Finally, let's look back on the history of Hamadori. Hamadori is located in the eastern part of Fukushima Prefecture, on the Pacific coast. Iwaki City, located in Hamadori, was once one of the leading coal-producing areas in Japan, and supported the modernization of Japan after the Meiji era. At its peak, there were many coal mines and large-scale development took place. However, since the 1960s, the mines were shut down one after another due to the conversion of energy to oil. With the advent of the oil era, the demand for coal dropped sharply, and the Yama coal mine light slowly disappeared. The final remaining mine, owned by a company called Joban Kosan, closed in 1976, and the company withdrew from the coal mining industry itself in 1985. Joban Kosan could not resist the wave of time, and when the demand for coal dropped sharply, the company was in danger of survival. The loss of the company was also a major damage to the local community. Therefore, to survive the dwindling of profits, due to the slanting of the coal mines, they transitioned into the tourism industry. In the vicinity of Iwaki City, hot springs sprung out from mining tunnels and hindered the work of miners. But now, by taking advantage of the pesky hot springs, the Joban Hawaiian Center was built and a theme park was established. Finally, in 1966, Joban Hawaiian Center opened with the aim to become Hawaii in Japan, and the first theme park in Japan was born. The first was the Joban coal mine, the largest coal mine in Honshu. This mine provided the town with various economic benefits. Everybody believed that if the coal mine was to be lost, not only would the company disappear, but the whole region as a whole would disappear. However, we're all amateurs. We have no knowledge nor wisdom. There's no simple method to answer our problems. However, there was passion. Let's get it done anyway. Let's somehow bring success. This passion led to a smooth opening. When I think about it now, everyone was working frantically from morning till night. And although we were amateurs, I think that the passion to succeed one way or another is connected to the Hawaiian Center we have now. After the opening of the theme park, improvements to the hot springs and pool facilities were made to increase the number of visitors. But the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011 will bring the city to another major crisis. In Iwaki City, where the Hawaiian Center is located, a seismic intensity of around 6 was observed, and although no one was killed or seriously injured in the facility, the buildings inside the facility were severely damaged. Initially, efforts to rebuild the facility were made as soon as possible. But a month later, on April 11th, another earthquake struck directly under the land, causing critical damage to the facility once again. In addition, the facility was forced to take a half-year leave because of the need to accept victims of the earthquake from neighboring governments as secondary evacuation destinations. These times of crisis were compared to the hardships when the Joban coal mines were closed one after another. And to carry on the wish for reconstruction from the earthquake, the Hula Girl National Kizuna Caravan was held in various parts of Japan for the first time in 46 years. Here, we did not have much structural damage from the 3/11 earthquake. The so-called finishing material was broken. However, just 1 month later, on 4/11, the entire ground shifted 80 centimeters south instead of shaking up, down, left, or right. An explosive sound echoed throughout the city, and when I rushed to the site, the destruction was so spread out that I lost hope of restoration. Naturally, the pool was completely tilted, and likewise with the water slides. Just when everyone thought restoration is impossible, the Hula Girls were the first to take action, before the adults in the organization. Nobody ordered them to do so. Naturally, all the Hula Girls got together and went out on a national caravan to let the people of Japan know visually that Iwaki and Fukushima were safe and secure. Coming back 5 months later, they were certainly exhausted to their limits. However, when looking at their faces, there was always a smile. Behind the smile, there was probably a huge sense of accomplishment. Our sleepless nights of construction work was encouraged by the Hula Girls caravan. From the bottom of my heart, I am grateful to the Hula Girls to this day. After the disaster, the reopening of the Hawaiian Center encouraged many people as a symbol of reconstruction. Due to the coronavirus in 2020, the facility was closed for about 3 months from April 2020 and reopened in July. It is said that this may not be as big of a challenge to overcome compared to the closure of the coal mines and the Great East Japan earthquake. There is a trend towards gradual recovery in domestic travel, but the tourism industry is likely to continue facing a very difficult period. Since the Meiji era, Japan has taken the first step toward becoming a modern nation, and has made a wide range of modernization efforts to build the basic shape of the country. Utilizing the knowledge and technology learned from foreign countries, Japan has become one of the world's leading economic powers by not just imitating the West, but by modernizing in its own Japanese way. Even in Fukushima Prefecture, the spirit of the people who have contributed to nation building while confronting many difficulties has been passed down and continues to this day.